the final of the month-long Deadman tournament with a $32,000 prize pool. Never mind, it's $1,000. We've grinded over 250 hours for this. This will be the first one in almost a year, and we've been PKing pretty much every day, ending the 20 with 339 kills and 0 deaths. I've only ever made the 1v1s twice. The first time I came second and won $10,000. The second time I got matched up with a Max Venger in the first round, which is fairly impossible to win as they have a much higher brew advantage for the first fight. I have the best gear possible going into the 1v1s. The only thing I could have better would be an Arcane and Elysian Spirit Shield, and considering there are only a handful of those in the game, the majority of the competition will have gear like this, or worse. Now the way the 1v1s work is for the first fight you get access to your bank for gear as well as food, but for every other fight you will be given the same amount of food. Now this is kind of broken, because depending on whether your first fight is a level 80 multi-clanner guy sneaking into the 1v1s, or it's a Max Venge tank, can dictate whether you bring more and better gear into the later fights, or you have to obviously conserve your switches and bring as much food as possible if your first fight is hard as shit. For this reason, I have actually finished Lunar Diplomacy, and no, I'm not going as a Venge tank for these finals, as you guys may see. I've decided to bring the Mage Cape, because in the case that I get a very easy first fight, in the later fights I can actually use the Mage Cape, switch to Lunars, and cast a Vengeance. Now this might not seem that significant, as I can only do this 5 times, but in these max fights we only have 13 Sharks, 2 Cromons, and 1 Brew, which is about 370 HP to heal. For every Vengeance, that is a lot of damage I'm putting back that could make the difference, and it's just something extra I can do to increase my odds of winning the fight. Obviously, if my first fight is hard, that's the master plan out the window, but after getting the worst possible matchup last finals, I'm hoping for some better luck. Before we even get to any of that 1v1 nonsense, we have a completely different challenge to overcome: multi. As you guys know, the top 2,000 people get split up into 2 final areas, and the top 128 people from each area, 256 people in total, get put into the 1v1 stages. Now for those of you guys who have been watching me for previous Deadmans know the reason I've only ever made the 1v1s twice is because most tournaments I get sniped out in the multi-stage. Plugins such as Friend Finder on third party clients like RuneLite will tell a person my RuneScape name no matter how many times I change it, and even highlight me on the screen and the mini-map, making it easier to find me. I've changed my RuneScape name twice already this tournament. I will be changing it even more during the multi-stage, but it doesn't really do much in the long run as it takes about 2 seconds to find the updated name. I'm hoping that with a little luck and some good blood barrages, as well as hiding a lot of my gear in the multi-stage, I'll be able to tank until the 1v1 stage. But with a month-long tournament, people will have the best gear possible in order to snipe people out like me, using Morgan's Javelins and even God Swords and Dragon Spears. It's going to be an uphill battle to get to the 1v1 stages, but it's not the end of the world if I don't make it there. I've PK'd loads this tournament and created some videos you guys have really seemed to enjoy, so that's enough for me, but the final hour is coming up. Let's see how we can do. So this is going to be the most competitive multi-stage there have ever been. So many multi and single clans are playing this Deadman tournament as they've been waiting for it for a year. Now I'm with Tata. As you can see, we have purple and white dots on the team. We are part of an alliance that has around 200 people here for the GDZ for the Anacall final region. Now there are 2 different alliances of 200 people as well who are going to be fighting in this multi-stage. Now they have actually teamed up and they're going to have a team cape, so we're at a complete disadvantage here. We didn't know this going into it. We thought it'd be like a 1 versus 1 versus 1 situation, but it's actually a 1v2, so it's basically a 200 versus 400 situation that we are running into. So right from the get-go, we were instantly at a disadvantage. We positioned ourselves northwest here, but we had 200 people to the northeast and 200 people to the southwest. There was nothing really we could do. My brews were already taking a massive hit here, and we were just at a massive numbers disadvantage. We just had to do our best to stay alive. As you can see right here, I right-clicked a loot pile which had the Team 15 cape. Now this was the team cape that the Alliance was using so that they knew not to hit each other. They had so many people, so they obviously all couldn't be in 1 CC. I instantly started running for it to get the team cape. As you can see, there's 600 people left. I looted the team cape, and I just thought maybe I can sneak in with these guys. I'm going to run northeast straight into them. But as soon as I run into them, I actually start taking more damage. They all have me Friend Finder, and I guess they called me as a pile, and in a second here, you guys see me start taking loads of hit splats. I actually get down to 55 HP. So even though I've looted their team cape, that's not going to work. They know I'm not one of them, so I run back to my little cross. Now I get back to this cross, and instantly I start taking damage again. Everywhere I go, there's just someone who's right-clicking my name. I've already name changed again in the multi-stage at this point, but I'm still getting camped, and I just don't know what to do. The whole alliance is to the northeast with all their team capes. There's team capes inside the hut, there's team capes everywhere, and I'm almost dead. My only plan at this point is to put on their team cape once again, run into their clump, and just start blood barraging them, start attacking the people. Obviously they're not actually in my team, I'm just using them for protection, so I literally just start running with this team and start blood barraging them, hoping to keep myself alive. So by simply blood barraging the massive alliance that was controlling GDZ and sipping my brews, I managed to sneak myself into the 1v1s when I honestly thought I was dead in multi ages ago. Alright, so I've got a max Brid this 1-2-1 as my first fight, so I'm not going to be able to do the Venging, and I'm not going to be able to bring in all my switches, so that was all for nothing. But this is going to be a tough first fight. If I can win it, it's some good confidence, but we're going to have to see how it plays out. I had such a big lead, but I was losing it there towards the end, but we managed to bring it back, and we're into the next round. Don't have a lot of the switches that we really wanted, but it is what it is. Okay, and now I have a max Venge tank, so I'm fucked.
Holy shit, okay, that's a big kill for us. We actually get something out of that now. Fuck. Dogs, plate body, I mean. We need the armored chain skirt as well. We beat a max Brid, we beat a max tank, now it's time for whatever's next. 2 fights so far, 2 really hard fights in fact, 2 max guys, 1 Brid, 1 Venger. Third fight is another max guy, no in our luck, and he's in Venge tank as well. GG, that's another one out. He just drops the O. That's pig money from Weeblazes, so that's a big kill for me. I think I only really need the Mithril Seeds for this. Good fight, man. Nothing really else to pick up that's worth it. He had food left as well. Made it into the top 32, taking out 3 max people every single fight. It's looking good. I'm confident that I can go all the way. We have another fight versus another Venge tank. This guy has Armadillo, basically the same as the other Venge fights we have. He also has a Twisted Buckler, so our Bolt and our melee should hit very big on him. So at this point in the fight, I have 9 Sharks, 2 Kramons, and a full Brewdose left. He's definitely down a couple Sharks, as I've definitely been winning the start of this fight. But that freeze I just caught there, that 18 or whatever, that is the last freeze I caught this entire fight. fucking lost, man.
Now, despite me losing this fight, my teammate Sleepy actually went on to win the whole thing. He beat a guy for an arcane, looted his arcane. He beat a guy for an Ellie, and then looted his Ellie, and then went on to win the final, so huge congratulations to him. So on screen now is the PvP tracker plugin. It takes into account prayers as well as gear bonuses. As you can see, I hit him off prayer 77% of the time. 34 out of my 44 hits on him were off prayer. He only hit me 15 times off prayer 36% of the time. I also didn't catch a freeze for the last 2.5 minutes of the fight right until the moment I died. I was even switching into full tank for when he bolted me, and switching back into Armadillo for when I bolted him. But the hits just went there. The Venge and the double Armadillo setup is fairly strong. Quite a disappointing performance by me, and I hope I can do better for you guys next time. Thanks for all the support this Deadman. I really do appreciate it. If you guys have enjoyed the videos, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new for future content on Old School. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching.